What's up? This is BoxingWave. Thanks for checking out the channel. I'm here to speak about Deontay Wilder versus Malik Scott. I like this fight because I think this is a huge step up for Deontay Wilder. Okay, Malik Scott has only suffered one loss. I think he has like around 36 wins or something. Philly fighter, pretty good fighter. Very different compared to a lot of the guys that Wilder has fought up to this point. Okay, Malik Scott has a beautiful jab. He's shorter. He's only 6'4". Deontay Wilder's 6'7", but he has a beautiful jab, and he has great ring generalship. He has great lateral movement. Okay, a guy that's gonna move back and forth, side to side. He's gonna circle around the ring. He usually keeps the fight in the center of the ring. Deontay Wilder, I don't think he has the boxing ability that Malik Scott has, but he has a huge right hand, okay, which is one punch knockout type of power. And he has a decent jab, a left jab, and he has decent movement. He has decent movement. He has the height, he has the power and athletic ability advantage over Malik Scott. Now, Malik Scott versus Derek Chisora, which was his first loss. Just want to speak about that fight real quick. Up to that point, I think Chisora was his toughest challenge. Usually, Malik Scott controls the ring and the pace of his fights with his jab, and usually keeps the fights in the center of the ring. That really didn't happen in that fight. Malik did a lot of holding in that fight. He had his back against the ropes often in that fight. He was in the corner often in that fight. I feel like Derek Chisora put a lot of pressure on him. Malik Scott had some stamina issues. Chisora cut off the ring pretty decent and was able to attack the body. And even though Malik Scott was winning the fight, in my opinion, in a close fight, Chisora was able to put him down on the ground. Now, it was very controversial because Malik Scott wasn't badly hurt. He was down on one knee, and he decided to get up on the 9 count. Okay, to me, it was a rookie mistake. I think he should have gotten up before the 8th count. Okay, he was down. Clearly, he was okay. He looked in his corner. I think he was just trying to buy some time. But the ref counted to 10, regardless. And you got it. I think it was a rookie mistake because whether or not you're good to go, you got to prove to the ref that you're good and able to continue fighting. And he didn't do that. You getting up at the 9th count, the 9 count, it just doesn't give you enough time. The ref is still going to count regardless. And whether you were on the feet, I think he was on his feet maybe around 9.5 seconds or so. It just wasn't enough time. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough time. And I think it was a rookie mistake. A lot of people are outraged in that fight. A lot of people thought the ref shouldn't have counted, continued to count. But, we seen worse. We seen guys that were up a little bit earlier than that and still didn't the ref kept counting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen issues with that before, and you just can't take the risk, man. You should have just got up before the 8 count, in my opinion, or at least by the 8th count, but anyway, that's just my opinion. You never know. You never know when a boxer really doesn't want to get up. Maybe he did want to give up. Maybe he didn't want to get up. Maybe he didn't want to get up and made it look like it was the ref's fault. You never know. A lot of boxers quit in their corner and don't want the camera to see it or hear it. You know what I'm saying? And then they could blame the ref or the doctors for stopping the match instead of admitting that they quit the match. So you never know. And the ref, a lot of people are upset with the ref, but I think the ref did his job regardless of what happened. For what I've seen on camera, I think Scott should have got up earlier. But anyway, going back to the Deontay Wilder fight, Malik Scott, this is what I think he has to do. He's gonna have to try to keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Use his jab. Deontay Wilder has a good jab, but he's not gonna win a jab war with Malik Scott. Malik Scott is a lot better at using his jab and using his lateral movement. He's gonna have to try. If he puts his back against the ropes, he's gonna leave himself open for an overhand right, even if he's leaning. Deontay Wilder will land that right easier if he is Malik Scott is against the ropes or against the corner, okay? Because he'll have nowhere to go. Deontay Wilder, uses jab as well. He usually times himself. I don't think Deontay Wilder is a pressure fighter like Derek Chisora. Chisora just attacked his body and kept it going. I'm not really sure. I don't really think Deontay Wilder is really that great at cutting off the ring, even though he has the size advantage and the power advantages. He does back his fighters down, but I'm not really sure how he's going to deal with Malik Scott's lateral movement if he uses it. He didn't use it that much in the Chisora fight. So he needs to continue. Malik Scott needs to continue to use his lateral movement. Deontay Wilder is just going to have to time himself. Not every fight you're going to get a fourth round KO, KO before the fifth round. So this might go later than 4 rounds, but Wilder just have to time himself and wait for the right opportunity to land that overhand right, which could put Malik Scott away. And my prediction of the fight, I think Deontay Wilder is going to still win. I think he's going to pull off this win. I think he's still going to knock out Malik Scott. All right. I think he's going to land his right sometime. I think, Malik Scott is a good fighter, very good boxer, but I don't think he could hold off Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds. Okay, as far as Malik Scott, either fighter has a puncher's chance, honestly. I think Malik Scott still has a puncher's chance, even though he's not a power puncher. He is still a heavyweight fighter. He still has a nice uppercut. He still got a little power, you never know in the heavyweight division. Anyone is big enough to knock someone out, okay? And if he catches Deontay Wilder enough, he could hurt Wilder. We don't know if Wilder has a tough chin. I really don't think Wilder has a chin like an areola or whatever. So you never know. Malik Scott could put him away, but I doubt the fight goes to decision. You know what I'm saying? I doubt Wilder has too much power and he's gonna catch him sooner or later. All right, it might be early, it might be late, but I think Deontay Wilder is gonna catch him. All right, so that's my prediction. Okay, you guys, give me your thoughts on the fight. I'm glad that Deontay Wilder is stepping up to fight someone that is skilled. A guy that has a good record and a guy that is a good boxer, good lateral movement, has a good jab compared to the guys that he's fought up to this point. And if you want, hit me on my Twitter account. All of the info will be in the description of this video. All right, thanks for tuning in.